Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today I will be presenting my assessment to individual self-reflective for UBM 599 Digital Workforce, and I will be presenting for Madam Azira Binti Rahim. And without any further ado, let's go. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Nurulsa Najwa binti Muhammad Sharum, and I am from MAC 22060D. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Nurulsa Najwa binti Muhammad Sharum, and I am from MAC 22060D. Let's go to the first question. The first question asks me that what have you learned from your experience with the topic? From my experience with the topic, I have learned about the knowledge of crowdsourcing. I also learned about the details of the background and also the concept of the crowdsourcing. And finally, I have discovered more types of crowdsourcing business model. And finally, I can understand the factor behind the development of crowdsourcing during this new era. Secondly, I have also learned that those platforms create different type of crowdsourcing business model, such as I can learn is crowd reviews and also crowd voting. There are new terms that I have never heard of before, and I think that it gives me the grip of this topic, and I also can understand now, and I can evaluate the advantage of crowdsourcing. Secondly, the question asks that what are the takeaways that I can take. The important details in this topic is that I can upgrade my skills. Digital crowdsourcing teach me to work with my skills with many platforms such as Freelancer, Upwork, and so on. I can find the specific tasks that I can do according to my skills, and that will upgrade my skills to another new level. Secondly, the important takeaways that we can learn is that we can know the different type of crowdsourcing business models. The third question asks me about the skills acquired from this subject. The skill that I acquired from this subject is communication, because mostly from crowdsourcing, I can see that communication is very important because we have to communicate with my teams and also my employer. Practicing good communication is also important because I have to use it when I work in the future, and therefore crowdsourcing gives me the skills that is useful for the future. Secondly, the creativity skills is also important in this subject, because I will be able to be more creative and more efficient by doing the task in time. Therefore, I can see that both of the skills acquired from this subject is something that you can get when you learn this subject. Fourth question asks me about, will you be using this skill in the future? For me, yes. Personally, I will be using the skills in the future because it is important to the criteria of the functionality of a business. I can see that with the availability of job opportunities in the crowdsourcing platform, I can have a lot of job on the internet, and I can definitely using the skills in crowdsourcing because it is proven to be beneficial to the freelancers. Next, the question asks me what are the benefits that you acquired from this subject. The benefits that I can acquire from this subject, UPM 599, for me personally, there will be so many opportunities for students in the future. As students, there are no guarantee that employability in the future will be increased. So, through this subject, I can learn, myself, as a student, I can learn about the opportunity that will arise from crowdsourcing and so on. So, the question asks me, what do you like best about this subject? The things I like about this subject, that it gives me the sense of discovery with the new knowledge. I love this subject because I can get to know many things that I don't know before, and I enjoy the learning process, including learning the things on the internet. This subject gives me a very big view on how the industry really works. Therefore, I like this subject because I can mostly share my interests with other people, and it will also give me the confidence to show my ability as a freelancer and to work in the industry. Next, the question asks me, how does this subject able to improve your current knowledge related to the topic selected? This subject has been able to improve my current knowledge because it's been challenging my existing knowledge. This is because I do not know a lot about crowdsourcing before. When I learn about this topic, I can know more about crowdsourcing, and I can relate to, and I can get to the question that I know. Therefore, I can fill the gaps of understanding, and I can finally understand the whole concept about crowdsourcing and its fundamentals. The last question asks me about any suggestion for improvement for this subject. My suggestion for the improvement that can be made for this subject is to give students to access the knowledge through assignments or exam, as some of students prefer the practical approach, but some students prefer coursework approach. Therefore, both ways will give different knowledge, but it has its own advantages. This subject show what kind of expectations that I can get. By doing this, student can learn more about this subject by having access to the information on the internet. We have come to the end of the presentation. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and I hope to see you again in the future. Thank you.